Yo, this is Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus, otherwise and sometimes known as the Archangel Pegasus, or the Pegasus known as Archangel. But right now I'm giving you another epic, beautiful, imaginative reaction to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. This is Season 8, Episode 22, I believe. 23, actually 23, The Sound of Silence. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Otherwise, I will like to remind you, I was a little bit distracted last week, but I would like to remind you all once again, I really want to be on Bronies React, so once again, if you could, hashtag Imagination Circus Productions for Bronies React. It's a bit long, but you know what? It'll only help. Please tweet that at AC RaceBest if you can. Anyway, let's get into this, please, and let's focus. The Sound of Silence! Oh! And play.
I can't believe you two are going on a friendship quest. This is amazing!
What do you mean, Twilight?
Not really.
We've been on one together before.
Thank you for bringing up the continuity
this is the
there.
first time the map has teamed up the same ponies for a second quest.
That is special.
I suppose.
Must be because we're extra good at solving friendship problems.
I hope so, because it looks like this one might be a little tricky. You're going to the Peaks of Peril.
Peaks of Peril.
Peaks of Peril?
Ah, it's just a name. It doesn't mean anything.
Like how Cloudsdale is in the clouds and the Crystal Empire is made of crystal?
Fair point. So, what can he tell us
Gosh
about the
darn
Peaks,
it!
Twilight?
Why did you have to use
Rocky
logic,
told me.
Fluttershy?
Back in his day, no pony knew much about the Peaks of Peril, except for the legend on this ancient shield. It says a group called the Quirian used to live there, known
Quirian?
for their kindness and truth-speaking.
Now we know why the map called us.
Unfortunately, other creatures also lived there. The Neric, fearsome beasts of
Neric?
pure fire.
Oh, maybe
Quirian? Did she say Quirian?
Sorry, Fluttershy. Flanks don't lie.
Blanks don't.
I'm sure the
Wait,
two
was that a
of us get
hips
that
don't
friendship
lie?
problem solved
Did they
no
just
matter what
reference
kind of
Shakira?
test.
I mean, if that was a reference, I love that song, but did they just reference Shakira? Because it sounded like they referenced freaking Shakira. If so, oh my god, yeah. Holy crap. Also, Quirian. She said Quirian. Do you all know what the freak Quirian is? I've seen them in a couple of MLP fanfics before, but I know the legends too. They're this thing from Asian culture, because they're known about in Japan and Korea and China, and they're these weird creatures. Now, a lot of people have mistaken them as kind of, they've been called like the Eastern unicorn, they've been referred to, but they're not really. Although the connection between them and the unicorn is so, like, you know, strong that apparently, I think in China, they have put them on coins. One side has the unicorn, the Western unicorn, and then the Eastern Quirian. And oh my god, if they actually, and of course, if that's the case, it's no wonder they decided to put them in. Although I have a book with the Quirian in them, and they're described as sort of a weird mix of a unicorn and a dragon, which is actually kind of ironic and fitting, especially considering those fan fictions I read about with them in them. But the point is, I like this. This is a great way. I mean, I wish we could have gotten a different pairing, or not pairing, like group or duoed for this mission, because it's like it's pointed out we've already had Fluttershy and Applejack, and yeah, based on that description, all right, fine, I get it, but come on. Can we get a Fluttershy, like, Pinky combination here? Because I really want to see that. That would be nuts. And I feel like Fluttershy would get irritated with Pinky's antics after a while. I want to see it. Come on, give it to us. Sounds great. Anyway though, oh god, I'm actually really excited. After last week's episode, which was my favorite so far, this seems, I'm really happy about this. Quirian! We have Quirian! Also another pony-esque, probably, based on what I've heard about them and based on the way the animators do things, probably another pony-esque race with hooves. Why are most of the intelligent races in this series have hooves? Moving on!
Guess no pony else is going out as far as we are.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Now, Fluttershy, I've told you a dozen times, there's nothing to be scared.
I'm sorry.
You really startled us.
Oh, it's just that I'm not used to seeing any pony taking the train to the end of the line. The final destination. The last stop.
We get the picture. Why?
Nothing but uncharted terrain and wild beasts out that way.
Well, he's clearly been living here way too long by himself.
Well, maybe there's a little something to be scared of.
I mean, I think it was mostly that guy, but okay.
Yeah!
Also, notice they gotta climb a whole mountain. I mean, it's a mountain. It peaks. It's a strangely shaped mountain, but it's still a mountain. The Peaks of Peril.
Those must be the Peaks of Peril. Whew. Tough going, huh, Fluttershy? Fluttershy?
Really, AJ? Did you not keep track that she was behind you? Also, of course, where did you... Poor AJ.
There. That should be enough flowers to keep your tree cozy.
Fluttershy? What are you doing? This is no time for visiting varmints. We're on a friendship quest, remember?
That's a little harsh,
Yes,
AJ.
Actually,
Come on! We're burning daylight.
I know, but what I found out is that...
Now we gotta get up that peak. I figured if we use some rope and elbow grease, we can make it up half.
Applejack! Can you please listen to me? What I'm trying to say
Oh, God.
is the squirrels told me a shortcut they take to the Quirian Village.
Of course, the squirrels would know.
Oh. Sorry, Fluttershy.
I would just...
I suppose I got a little too caught up in the adventure.
That's all right. If you hadn't come back to get me, I probably would have talked to the squirrels all day.
Oh man, this place looks bumpin'. I can't believe I used the word bumpin' in a sentence, and unironically. But yeah, no, this place looks really nice. I mean, like it's a very isolated village, but it's a nice looking place. Now, where are these Purine? What do they look like? What are they? Ooh, dang. That's a hell of a look. Look at them. Look at them horns. And that one's clearly the leader because she's the tallest.
I'm Applejack.
She got them wings.
And this here's Fluttershy.
Oh, they got wings too, or at least this one does. Looking a lot like... Oh, no, wait. It's scales. Okay. I couldn't tell. It's just
If you have any
scales.
friendship problems, we're here to help.
Yeah, no, that doesn't seem to be working. I gotta look at the... What, like, are they part lion? They look more like lions than dragons.
We're
To be fair, Purines have multiple descriptions in the myths, so I guess they decided to go with more lion-esque look to them.
What are your
Not sure
names?
why, though. I don't know. Maybe I was hoping for dragons.
Applejack. Fluttershy. Remember?
Maybe they don't understand us.
I think that might be...
Do you understand Ponish?
So Ponish is the language.
Oh, but you don't speak?
Don't or won't?
Will you excuse us for a moment?
I think that might just be the friendship problem.
You have to ask yes or no questions, or they won't answer.
Like talking to Angel Bunny?
Not exactly. I can always tell what Angel is feeling, but these Quirian don't show anything.
Well, how are we gonna solve a friendship problem if none of them will tell us what it is?
I think that is the friendship problem. Come on, AJ, you're not usually this slow. Okay, you're occasionally this slow. Honestly, Applejack is the least slow when it comes to a given problem. It depends on the situation. A good example, and this is one of my favorite episodes, Hearth-warming... No, wait, what was it? Hearth Breakers? Gosh darn it, we've had too many hearth-warming episodes. I can't remember which one. Which was the one with the apples and the pies? And that was one of my favorites. I'm sorry, guys. There are too many hearth-warming episodes. I can't remember which one is which. I think it was Hearthbreakers. I'm willing to put my money on Hearthbreakers. Anyway, I like this. We got some Quirians. They're more lion, the dragon. You know what's funny? If you look at the traditional depiction of a Quirian, it's very good chance that it's actually a giraffe. That some emperor from China, I think, went all the way to Africa, got a giraffe, and claimed this thing was this great animal that would show show bad omens and show when a good ruler was in place. Of course, he brought it there to solidify his rule, apparently, but the description, what's interesting is how the description of a Quirian has changed. Like, the version I'm familiar with is more sort of a weird equine dragon mixture, which I felt might have made more sense, but they went with something more akin to lions, which I'm okay with. It's their show, they can do whatever they want, and it's an interesting design to say the least. I thought they had wings for a second, but they do have scales like a dragon. So they still got that going on. It's very interesting. And I suppose the spots on a giraffe would look like scales to someone, depending on who you ask. I don't know. Like I said, there have been many descriptions of the Quirian over the years. Regardless, I like this. I'm pretty sure their silence is the friendship problem, especially based, I mean, I don't know. Also, where are these creatures of pure fire? Are the Quirians themselves creatures of pure fire? So complicated. Seriously, I'm very excited. I'm sorry, you know, I do love me some pure mythology, and whenever they bring in an interesting creature, it always gets me happy. The changelings was an interesting approach, especially since the changelings are more like, you know, succubi or incubi than actual changelings as described in real-life myth. You know, only more PG, but still. And then, of course, there's the, like, something like, I don't know, the tri-horned bunyip, which is also a real-world mythical creature. Real-world mythical creature, it's weird to say something like that, because it can't, real-world and mythical, it's kind of a contradiction, but, or an oxymoron, but what can you do? What can you do? The point is, Quirian I really like because it's a creature that already had a lot of features associated to the point where people thought they were, you know, Eastern unicorns, but they're not, although they, I want to get one of those coins with both on them. I want to see that. Regardless, I love it. Quirians are one of my favorite obscure mythical beasts. I love that they brought them in here. This is great. Alright, we got the Quirian Village, and they're completely silent, and it's kind of, it's a little creepy, actually.
These Quirian are quieter than an apple blossom on snowfall. Still, there's gotta be some way to make them speak.
I mean,
Beautiful day, ain't it?
Something tells me small talk isn't the way to do this.
Knock, knock. Now you say, who's there? Police! Police who? Police! Say something!
Why did I don't know. That was actually kind of funny.
I feel a sneeze coming on. Achoo!
Gesundheit.
Oh, don't any of y'all talk? Now we're getting somewhere.
A dark, spooky path that leads into unknown territory?
I'll tell you what, Sugar Cube. You stay and see if you can get anything out of these here Quirian. I'll go try and find one that talks.
Phew. Be careful. And watch out
She'll
for Nirix!
What? I have no idea what... I missed what she said. Mostly. Well, missed is a strong word, but I didn't quite hear it clearly. Was it Nirix? And this is exactly why Fluttershy should be going this way. Ah!
Oh, have you seen a Quirian that talks? Any idea where I should look? Oh, for the love of Celestia! Can't you just say something?
Gotcha! Sorry, but that was too good. Oh, you don't know how much I miss jokes. Hilarity. Am I pronouncing that right? Some words I haven't said in a while. Hi, I'm Autumn Blaze. You've just arrived, and perhaps you're tired or hungry or reflective and want to sleep and eat and journal.
I like this. I like her. I really like her.
Talk with another creature. It's been so long. You must tell me everything about you. There's so much to say, so much to do. Oh, look at me. I'm going on, and you haven't seen. I mean, have you seen? What am I saying? Of course you haven't. So just, I will just follow me.
That was something, all right.
Yeah, AJ, make up your mind. Whoa, is she the only one who does the talking? Is she the only one? Because if so, this is a greater friendship problem than I
It's
thought.
amazing. Oh, you think so too? The way the light shimmers off everything, like it all suddenly woke up the moment you saw it, and you realize maybe the water and the mountains and the forest and the rainbow and the stars in the sky are all looking back at you thinking the same thing, that we are a part of the everything. That maybe there's just one thing and we are all
Guys?
it.
Guys,
I was gonna say it's pretty, but yeah.
guys, I've said it before.
And
Pinky is
this
my
just the first
waifu,
stop on a
but
journey
I
of
think I
amazing
might
things
be
to
in
see, smell,
love.
tiptoe through. Oh,
I think I might genuinely.
with any pony in forever since they all took that vow of silence. So it's a lot for me to, process that deal with.
Whoa there.
Good.
Vow of silence?
That's why they asked me to leave.
I hope it's not a sore subject, but you mind explaining why y'all went quiet in the first place?
It's a long story.
You'd rather not talk about it?
No.
I understand.
I'd rather sing.
Okay. I mean, okay. Well, I didn't expect a song. Okay.
The Quirian used to speak and sing. We weren't always quiet. We told stories and funny jokes. My stand-up was a riot. But then one day a fight broke out and hurtful words were said. Flaring tempers were inflamed. Destruction quickly spread. And flaming red from head to head, it even burnt our bread. Sorry, I forgot how much I love rhyming. Where was I? Oh, right! My happy village lay in ruins. Relationships got worse. Spoiler alert, we quickly learned that words could be a curse. No more talking, yelled our leader, the last thing said aloud. Into the stream of silence, we stepped as a crowd. The water cooled emotions, and peace was soon restored. But with no way to speak my thoughts, I got super bored. Seriously, there's only so long that Sudoku can keep you entertained. 'Cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain. And shiny apples sometimes come with worms. No, you can't give up your laughter 'cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that the Quirian never learned. I was stuck in silent prison with the voices in my head, till I tripped over my salvation in a helpful flower bed. I found a cure to clear my pipes, and I became quite chatty. With years and years of stored up words, I drove my village batty. They didn't like my jokes and songs and daily dose of news. The plays I wrote, the speeches spoke, variety reviews. Or the story about the Quirian who hid below an opera stage and fell in love with this opera singer, and he wore a freaky half-mask thing, and he played the organ a lot and got all broody because the singer was in love with another dude, so he took her away on this underground gondola. I mean, who doesn't love musical theater? The village leader made it clear I had to make my choice. I could stay and live with them, or I could keep my voice. So I came here but left the couch alone. They're hard to move with just the view for company until you heard me groove. Take it away, boys.
Oh wow.
'Cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain, and candles just won't glow until they're burned. No, you can't give up your laughter 'cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that my village never learned. No matter how hard I schooled them, fear of hurt is still what ruled them. Sometimes you gotta let it rain.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes you've gotta let it rain.
That was good. That was really good.
Oh, I can't believe it. No pony should give up feeling their feelings just to keep from getting angry.
That's what I said. Well, you know, when I started talking again.
I bet this here's the problem that Fluttershy and I came to help y'all with.
Really? Who's Fluttershy? Oh, did you name your shadow? Mine's called Silhouette Gloom of the Sundown Lands.
That's a bit long.
What? Well,
She's clearly
I'm
been by
thinking
herself a little
just
too long.
go talk
But
to the
seriously,
other
I think I
Quirian.
might be in
You can
love.
get him to welcome
Like,
you back
I'm not joking.
properly.
I love Pinky,
Maybe
but
even
like,
convince him to take your cure.
Oh,
this is
yes, of course.
though maybe I just have a thing
just
for
one
eccentric
small
ladies.
thing.
Is that
The
it? It
antidote
could
for
be
my
that.
anecdote, it's gone.
There's no cure left?
I used the last of the false breath flowers to make it, and I haven't seen them bloom since.
Well, this wouldn't be a friendship quest if it was easy.
No,
I'm gonna
it
start
wouldn't.
by getting your friends to welcome you back.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Between you and me, I'm not sure she's gonna convince them. Nope. But I hope she does.
Fair point. Fair point. Talking to your hoof like that. Also, oh, okay. Seriously, as soon as she started describing the landscape and the beauty and getting all spiritual and artsy about it, it's like, oh, okay, I think I kind of like this character a lot. And it's like, can we get some fan art of her? Maybe anthropomorphize. I'm not no particular reason. I'm just saying she's really pretty already. And I love character designs in this series a great deal. Oh my god, she is really pretty, and her personality, she's just my type. I know. Can't, what am I saying? But yeah, she is. She's just my type. I like eccentric women. What can I say? Anyway, let's get going, shall we?
Fluttershy, guess what? I figured out the friendship problem. Me too. Go ahead. Bet that's a problem the Quirian never have.
No.
Anyhow, we gotta get them all talking again.
Oh, no. We can't ever let that happen.
I thought you said you figured out the friendship problem. Was something lost in translation?
The Quirian are usually peaceful and kind, but when they get mad, they turn into Nyrics, creatures made of fire and vengeance.
That seemed less scary when it was in a song.
The last time they all argued, they got so angry, they accidentally destroyed their whole village. So the Quirian decided to make sure it would never happen
Well, that's
again.
dumb.
That's no reason to stop talking.
Also, how have they? Are you
Yes,
telling
it
me
is.
that none of them
Fire is
have gotten
dangerous,
mad?
especially in a forest like this. Think of all the animals it could hurt.
Not if they don't turn into fire-breathing Nyric in the first place.
And how can you be sure that won't happen?
There's gotta be a better way than giving up all your feelings.
Applejack, you're not listening!
'Cause you're not talking any sense.
What are they doing? Maybe they got worried because we were arguing with each other.
Ah, shucks. We were just having a normal civil disagreement. Honest.
Where are they taking us?
Probably the...
To the stream of silence. If we hit that water, we'll never be able to talk or feel anything ever again.
Put them down!
It's all right. I think I know this one, and she's trying to help.
Well, yeah. Can't have them silence the only friend who'll speak to me.
She talks?
You have no idea. Fluttershy, meet Autumn Blaze.
Well, thank you for that, wall of fire. But I thought Nyrics were dangerous when they're angry. How did you know you could control your temper?
I didn't. I guess anger's like other feelings. It's not about having them, it's what you do with them.
And giving up happiness to keep away anger
Exactly.
is no kind of life.
I never thought of it that way. I can't imagine not being able to talk to my animal friends.
Fernflare, you used to love to laugh at everything. And Rainshine, you sung the most beautiful harmonies. Don't you miss it?
I know you're worried about fighting, but friends can disagree without causing a ruckus.
Every pony gets mad sometimes. Even Applejack and I argue.
What? When do we ever argue?
On the way here, and about the Quirian being silent, and right now!
We don't always see eye to eye, but we never let that get in the way of our friendship.
There you go.
And if you're really angry, then take some time away to be a Nyric where it won't hurt any pony.
I think they're trying to say something.
Okay, are you hungry? Oh no, some Quirian trapped in a well? Okay, baby fish. Baby fish mouth? Something? Anything? Just write it down. This is making me furious. Would you excuse me? I'll be right back.
Eric.
You were saying. Oh! You want the cure for the stream of silence!
That's wonderful! Isn't it?
Well, it would be, except there aren't any flowers left to make the cure.
Are you sure?
Oh, beyond sure. Believe me, I've had a lot of alone time lately. I searched the entire forest 73.5 times. Although I wonder if that second half could make a difference.
I wish she'd told us what kind of flowers she's looking for.
They're called foal's breath.
I've never heard of that.
Fluttershy? A little help?
He says he knows where to find fool's breath.
Well, what are we waiting for? Lead the way!
Yes, listen to the... Oh.
That's what fool's breath looks like?
Autumn Blaze never would have made it past the peaks to search here. I owe you an apology.
Why?
'Cause if your kindness hadn't made you stop to help the squirrels, we never would have found this here flower.
And if your honesty hadn't convinced the Quirian to talk, we wouldn't need to find it.
Guess it's a good thing the map sent both of us, huh?
Indeed.
You found them? Where were they? Tell me everything and feel free to add complicated descriptions and comedic tangents.
I really like
right.
her.
First things first.
I really do like her character. Should drink some. Also, they could just do that. Seriously. That green magic is pretty potent. Quirian, man. They're making noise. It's all good. Are they going to sing now? If they all don't start singing, I'm going to be very bored.
You have given us a gift. The realization that anger is within us. But it is our choice how we let it out. We would very much like it if you came back to live with us. I can't say how much we've missed your beautiful voice.
'Cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain, and candles just won't glow until they're burned. No, you can't give up your laughter 'cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that my village never learned. Oh yes, 'cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it.
I like that. I like that quite a bit. Yeah! Nice way to end it with a nice hoof bump, like bro hoof all the way. Oh my gosh, that was glorious. That was glorious. I genuinely like that. Okay, so first of all, after I'm done with this, I gotta look up whether or not the Neeric are an actual thing, because, or if they made it up. Or, I mean, so much information. I love it. I love the introduction of the Quirians. I love that this is a unique problem and that they explained that, yeah, you can have arguments with people. It's fine. It's your choice how to deal with your anger as long as it's healthy. Because there are healthy ways to deal with it. And, again, it's worth being happy because you have to deal with a little pain. And you know what? That's life. You know, it's checks and balances and all that. And I loved it. It was a great lesson. It was a great episode. It was very entertaining. And I honestly, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, now. Yeah. Applejack and Fluttershy were the best choice for these particular lessons. And I could totally see that Fluttershy coming to the realization without full context, the idea of not being able to talk or not talk to her animal friends or just not being able to fully express her emotions. I love it. Love it. It's brilliant. And that person, I want to look up who they got for this character because she has a beautiful singing voice. I'm not going to do it right now, even though I could look through the credits. I don't want to do that. I want a full rundown, see if she's got a wiki maybe, wiki page anywhere. Anyway, I love this episode. It's definitely one of the highlights of the season for me. I found it very entertaining. Great song, in my opinion. Also, the references. They made a references to Shakira and Hips Don't Lie. They made a references to Phantom of the Freaking Opera. Not to mention a clear reference to Castaway. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Brilliant, just brilliant all around. I think this is one of my favorite episodes. Now, it doesn't beat out last week for me, but it's pretty close. Anyway, this is Mike, the Pegasus known as Archangel, Master of the Ring, Master of Imagination Circus Productions. I thank you for coming. Please do a little bit of tweeting at RiceBest with hashtag Imagination Circus Productions for, Bronies React, please. I beg of you. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? Oh man, so excited. And good night.